So my personal exposure to business of medicine was minimal during my training. When I got to the University of Arkansas, theirs also was non-existent. So me seeing my need as a young faculty to be educated about that, my goal was to institute a curriculum for the residents so that when they finished residency, they would have some foundation there so that when they entered into clinical practice, they would not be so green and new to them, and they would be able to kind of hit the ground running rather than not having any idea where to go from when they started. What we were trying to do is any new thing we implement, we always want to make sure that's underneath the umbrella of duty hours, and that the 80 hours that they are there is maximal benefit. That there's no wasted time and it's efficient. And so anytime we begin to look at a new curriculum, we have to say, is this going to be helpful for them? Is this just wasting their time? Is this something that ultimately is worth spending some hours devoted to this topic? So at our institution, we have put in several things to help residents see how different systems work together, how medicine gels as a whole, whether it's interacting with other physicians during conferences, whether it's on clinical rounds, showing the value of interacting with other professions, other ancillary services, and just kind of a systems-based practice as a whole. I think a lot of that comes from the top down, with faculty being very involved and showing the value of those services, rather than historically, I think sometimes faculty members minimized that other roles and other services could be helpful. So we've tried to do that as a general mindset of our department and our institution, and then on a practical, basis, showing them actually how that plays out. So currently the resident finance curriculum is just geared towards our surgery residents, but we have begun to move towards implementing it as an institution as a whole. We've tried to talk about recording the lectures and making that more available for those people that are interested. Again, what we found in our department, and that we would suspect to see institution-wide, is that residents only see what's kind of right in front of them. They don't see the bigger picture. And so it's hard to in the midst of duty hours, to not make sure we're overburdening them. And also we know that we want to make sure we teach them things they're interested in, but at the same time we want to teach them what they need to know. So we're trying to still figure out the logistics of that and how to make it institutional-wide, but we have begun to make that a bigger priority because we've had such feedback from our graduating residents that they didn't feel prepared.